Hello everybody. I'm going to show off one of my new acquisitions. For those of you who have not seen one of these systems, you're looking at a NeXT Nextstation. Now NeXT is the computer company that Steve Jobs founded after he was fired from Apple in 1986. He went and took his money and his ideas and created NeXT. NeXT lives on as Apple bought NeXT in 1997, and with it got Steve Jobs and the OpenStep operating system with the Mach kernel, which is now the basis for Mac OS X. I'm going to go and power on the machine here, and you can see it at boot up time. I've just powered it on. There's a slight power supply issue. It needs to be worked on. And it comes up and is going to auto boot the operating system to at least get to the kernel. I'm sorry about the shakiness. I am hand holding this. I do not have my tripod set up, and also the lighting's a little bit crappy here. Oh, right, the hard drive didn't spin up. One moment. Now the hard drive is spun up. It's got a little bit of a sticky bearing. It's also a small drive, so I'm going to probably replace it. So now you will see that that has changed. It's actually loading from disk. You can also boot off of an external CD-ROM drive, like this NEC I have here, or you can also boot off of Ethernet, which is how this machine was set up to do when I acquired it. And here the hard drive chugging away. And the flickering you're seeing is the difference between the frame rate of the monitor and of my phone here. And now I have it boot into the graphical operating system instead of just the Mach kernel there. But you can do multiple things when you just boot into the kernel and leave it at the prompt. It's going to complain about there being no network because I don't have this plugged into my network yet. And the way it's set up, it really isn't wanting to be plugged into the network. I don't have NetInfo set up to work with DNS. It's kind of a standard Unix boot system in verbose mode, which is currently enabled on this machine. And now we are into the graphical mode. The display is a tad dim. It's a common thing with the sorry for that long typing there. You can see the NeXT keyboard and mouse there. The OS is coming up in graphical mode. And it comes up to the standard file viewer, which is the equivalent in Mac OS or Windows. Mac OS would be the Finder, and Windows would be just your desktop menu. There isn't a whole lot installed on here, but there is a notepad program, which I will pull up briefly. And you can drag Windows, and it leaves the file viewer because I did leave it up there. You can close that out, but it does let you examine the whole system. I thought you'd go into one of the settings menus here And this is all real time. This is this machine has a 68040 running at 25 megahertz, and it also has 20 megabytes of RAM. As you can see, you have quite a few options here. Your monitor preferences, which really don't do a lot on the monochrome. Next, we have some sound. It does have built-in sound. And they do have a bit of a sense of humor. They are the knights who say "nee." And yeah, that is built into this monitor. It does have full 16-bit sound. And then you would go, when you're done, you'd quit. And I'm going to log out of the machine, and it says, do you really want to log out? And I want to power off. And there we go.